Hi, this is a review for the Speed HD-8TZ. I decided to do this review as there isn't very much about it on YouTube, so I thought I'd just do a quick review showing what you get in the box and a brief little thing about the specs and the quality and things like that. So I'll start off with in the box. Here's the box here. I don't know if you can see, I'm in bad light, but basically it's a full HD camera for quite a good price. It's a budget camera really. You're lucky to get a 1080 for anything near this price. I got mine for £140. Retail price I think is about 180, 189. In the box, as you can see, you get a warranty card which appears to be completely in Japanese, but that's alright as the site is in English and you can always register online like I did. There's also a software CD included, only for Windows, but I've used this camera on the Mac to transfer files fine through USB. It picks up as an external drive and you just copy and paste, things like that. The manual looks very, very thick, but it comes in all sorts of languages. The actual English part isn't all that big, so don't worry, and it's very simple instructions, easy to follow. Nice little touch here, don't know if you can see very well, is a battery charger, as it comes with a rechargeable Light-on NP20 battery. However, the end, don't know, there we are, is the American style 2-prong end. So if you live in the UK you'll need an adapter end for it, but that's fairly easy and cheap to get. Well, you may have noticed that something appears to be missing. The camera. Well, that's because I'm actually using the camera now to film. I'm filming at 720p with auto white balance on and night vision because I'm filming in quite low light. I'm using autofocus because, well, with this camera the drawback is slightly to it that there's no manual focus. So sometimes when you turn and focus on something new, it may pulsate a bit. I don't know if you could see that, but it pulsates a bit trying to focus. So manual focus would have been nice, but like I say, it is a budget camera. I'm going to now go through some of the specs, although for extreme detail I'll include a link in the description along with the video. It is, as I've said before, full 1080p, a 1920 by 1080 video with HDMI out and uses H.264 codec. It includes an image stabiliser, however in my opinion it's a very basic one with hardly any sort of, you hardly notice any sort of difference, and I have heard on the internet that using image stabiliser options on cameras can reduce the quality of video, so basically I suggest you experiment. The screen is kind of good and kind of bad. It's a 3-inch TFT LCD displaying 960 by 240 megapixels. Now that is good size. A lot of the more expensive cameras than this only have like 2.5, 2.7. It's a good size screen. However, I don't know if this is something unique to this camera or if all cameras are like this, so it's just my opinion. But it seems to be very dark. As I've filmed in low light and some objects you can hardly see and you think, oh well, this ain't gonna work, but then when you review it on the computer it's so much brighter and so much more detailed, so it can be a little bit misconceiving. It has LED flash, so when you're taking photos you have got flash, which is good. For storage it comes with a built-in 128 megabyte flash memory, so not really much to even, hardly worth even mentioning, and that can only hold about about 30 seconds at 1080p, so it's not all that great. But of course it has got a SDHC card slot which supports cards up to 16 gigabytes. So as long as you get a card, it's not a problem. Its white balance has auto, sunny, cloudy, tungsten, I think that's how you say it, and fluorescent. No manual with the white balance, which is a bit of a pity, but then it is a budget camera. It comes with 3 effects, colour effects. You can either have colour, which is what I'm filming in, just a standard sort of mode, or you can use black and white or sepia. I'll try and demonstrate these a little later on. As I think I mentioned earlier, it has a rechargeable NP120 Lion battery, and it comes with one included. However, I have seen on some places online, some places do include 2 rechargeable batteries, but mine only came with 1, and I think that is pretty much the standard. It has 5x optical zoom or 20x digital zoom. It weighs in at 292 grams, not counting the battery. There's an AV cable included. And, which I think is really good touch, a bonus, is this. It's a HDMI cable. See, a mini end into the camera and normal HDMI end into the HD TV. The reason I say this is a nice touch is from what I've seen on the internet about other cameras. Many cameras, even big brand cameras, even though they support HDMI, they don't for some reason include the cable for this is included with your camera. Also, a nice little pouch, very small. It's not like a carry case, it's just to fit the camera in, just added protection. It's good for included with the camera. Don't know how well this shows up. I don't know if you can see, but it's not very deep. Like I say, only just to fit in the camera. Also a strap. And I think last but not least is, of course, a USB cable, mini USB to regular USB end, similar to what you get with the HDMI. As I said earlier, I was going to demonstrate the colour effects. Well, you've already seen colour as I've been filming that for the rest of the video. This, however, is black and white. Nothing outstanding, but there's a lot of occasions I'm sure you could use black and white, like in short films or whatever you might be doing. So it's handy to have it. Of course, it's something that you could always do on the computer using a video editor anyway, but it's still nice, a little extra. This here is the colour effect sepia, which seems to be a favourite with many people. Personally, I prefer black and white if I'm going to use some mode like that, but it's kind of neat to have this effect, and it kind of has a bit of a, I don't know, western movie feel, and I'm sure you could find uses for it. You may be wondering why I'm filming in 720p when I've got a full HD camera that is capable of 1080. Well, I'd love to film in 1080, however at the moment I haven't got a big enough card. I've only got a 2GB card, so you can hardly fit much on. So I'm gonna go soon and get a 16GB card, so I'll be able to fit much more movie on there in 1080. But for now I haven't got around to getting one, so I'm filming in 720 at the moment. But as you can probably see, it is of course full 1080p, 1920 by 1080 resolution, 30 frames per second, and it uses a H.264 codec.